Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today I am going to be bringing you part 2 of the Sephora Spring VIB sale haul. I will make sure to link my original haul down in the description box below because I bought so much great stuff that all worked out so beautifully. I thought to myself, you know what, Ashley? You're on a roll. You need to buy more. And so I did. On the last day or the second to the last day, something like that, of this sale, I did go ahead and place an additional purchase, and it has finally arrived. Given that it was the very end of the sale, it took a really long time to ship, but that's okay because I'm excited to have it in my sweet little hands now. I had planned on filming this look here. I am wearing a lot of these products right now, but that didn't work out. Toddlers be toddlers. If you guys have small children, you know that there are times when they simply cannot be contained, and my husband could not contain them. So we're just gonna talk about everything today, swatch it, go through all that, and then we'll do a try-on video again later. But this is the look today, and I'm really happy with this glowy pink number that we've put together. So going in sort of order of operation, I, for some reason, picked up a primer. I don't know what possessed me to do this for a few different reasons. So I did pick up the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. I have not been really great about using primers recently, and this is a mattifying primer, which I don't usually gravitate towards anything mattifying. My skin, just for reference, is balanced to dry, and I am almost 42 years old, so I don't produce a ton of oil. However, where I live is very hot and humid in the summertime, so I think I was hoping that this would help with that, especially because makeup doesn't like to stick to my nose area, and it does tend to fall into my smile lines, and I'm just really hoping that this can help combat that. So this has kind of an interesting texture. I was surprised to see that it is white. It has kind of like a, I don't know, like a white paste sort of look to it. And I don't know why I thought it would be clear, but it does blend out really nicely into the skin. A little bit for me does go a long way. I kept it just to the T-zone area, but it does blend out just really nicely, and it leaves kind of a silky feeling behind. It doesn't feel at all wet. I know that's kind of a weird word to use, but I'm typically someone who uses hydrating primers and like luminizing primers and things like that. So this one has a very nice dry down to it that leaves it just feeling really, really silky, which I like. So I'm interested to see how this works overall. As I said, I did apply it for the first time today, and it was interesting because I could feel it on my skin in a way that I am not accustomed to. I could feel it actually like sinking into my skin, which was very interesting. Not like off-putting, just interesting. So we'll see how that goes. The one item that I picked up in the last haul that I wasn't and still am not 100% head over heels with is the skin tint from Rose Inc. So I picked up a different skin tint. This is from Iconic London. This is the Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. I got mine in the shade Fair Neutral. If my memory serves correctly, this is the lightest shade. It comes in this really nice packaging. It is a squeezer, and you shake it up, and then you just dispense a little bit out of the little squeezy top there. And it applied really, really nicely. I think that the shade match on me is really quite nice. So this is what it looks like there, and then blend it in. You can see it all but disappears into my hand. So I do think that this shade is really good. It offers, as you would expect with a skin tint, it offers kind of a light coverage. Now, I'm not sure if you can build it up or not. When I applied it, I did apply it with a dampened beauty sponge, and that always shears out coverage with any formula. So I'm interested to try it with a brush as well to kind of see which way I like it more. But I do think that it looks really nice on my skin. Now, with that being said, I did go in with concealer, which really bumped up that coverage, especially in the middle section here. But overall, I think it looks nice, and I'm interested to play with it more. I did pick up another bronzer. I loved the two that I picked up so much in the first round that when I saw the Pat McGrath, this is the Divine Bronzer in Naked Desire, came back in stock. I snatched it up. I had been kind of debating between this one and the Gucci one. And then this one sold out and I picked up the Gucci. But now that it was back in stock, I did make sure to grab it up. I believe this is the lightest shade in the range. This is what it looks like, and I am very happy with it. Again, I've only used it the one time, but I love that it is nice and light with, again, not being overly warm. That is something that I do struggle with when looking at bronzers, is that in my experience at least, more often than not, the lightest bronzer in a range tends to just pull really, really warm on my skin, and this one didn't do that. I feel like it looked really, really nice. And of course, because I'm a lunatic, I purchased 2 more blushes. I don't know who I've become, but I am just blush obsessed, completely obsessed. So I picked up Pomelo Peach in the last round, and this is from Haus Labs. This one is in the shade Watermelon Bliss. I do still want Hibiscus Haze, but this was honestly the first one that grabbed my attention when the range launched. Packaging is just, it's pretty unless you actually have to interact with it. So this is what the shade looks like, and oh, it's very pigmented. I got a little overboard when doing my makeup today and really had to do a bit of adjusting. So this is what it looks like just in a heavy swatch there, and then let me kind of diffuse it a little bit. So that is what it looks like. On my incredibly fair skin, it went a long way. I need to remember that I need to go in much lighter the next time I play with it, but I do think that the end result is very, very pretty. And I think especially as the summer goes on, this has, at least on me, the potential for a very sunburnt sort of look, which I would prefer over an actual sunburn because those are horrible. But I do like it. I think I like Pomelo Peach better at this point, but I do like it. I think it is really quite pretty. The other blush that I picked up is from the Sephora House collection. So this is what the packaging looks like. I really love that the face of the container matches the shade inside. I think that's a really nice sort of addition. So it is this really beautiful sort of berry shade. I was really interested to try this because I've been curious about the Sephora House brand more and more. I've tried a few things from them and I've enjoyed most of what I've tried, and so it makes me want to try more. And when they launched these, I was like, yeah, I'm in a blush mood. Give me some of that. And I'm not gonna lie, this is the shade right here. It definitely has kind of a blue undertone to it, which makes me slightly nervous. Blue doesn't typically complement my skin when it comes to like complexion products. Blue-based reds are nice, but for me, blue-based pinks can be a bit challenging. I chose this shade for the name and the name alone. This is called Hey Jealousy, and I'm a big Gin Blossoms fan, and so I was like, yes, I will buy that at 30% off for the name, which is ridiculous. And I do think the color is going to be nice. It's more of a winter color in my opinion, but it'll be fun to play with all the same. And as I said, I've been in such a blush mood lately that I'm happy to have it, and I can't imagine that it is duplicated anywhere else in my collection, which is also positive because I, like most people, I have a type. I tend to gravitate towards the same sort of colors, and this definitely falls well outside of that, as does the Haus Labs one. So I have no concerns over duplication, and it'll be fun to pull. I chose one eyeshadow palette. I did mention this in my makeup rehab update. I picked up the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. I have been wanting this palette for years and years, and I was a little bit hesitant to pick it up just because it's pricey. Melt is a little bit more expensive. This retails for $58. This packaging is so stinking beautiful. It is so pretty. So it retails for $58. This is one of the most Ashley color stories to ever exist. And I think it's absolutely stunning. I don't even want to dip into it yet because the pans themselves are so very beautiful. But aside from the price, I'd also seen that a lot of people had varying opinions about the Melt formula, that it varied from palette to palette, and that there was some kind of, I don't even know if controversy is the right word, but some people noting that some of their shadows had gone off in really, really weird ways. And so I was very hesitant, but then it went on sale during the sale. So I believe it went on sale for $41, plus I got 20% off of that. And I think it brought the whole thing down to like $32. And I was like, you know what? I'll spend $32 on that. So I'm so excited to have it. It is so incredibly beautiful, and I cannot wait to play with it. I would have played with it today, but I knew I was going to be pulling for a lot of pinks, and I just didn't think that that was going to go well. So the eyeshadow palette that I have all over my eyes is actually this one here. I love this palette so much. This is the Sugar Drizzled Trash palette. So that's what I have on my eyes, but I'm very excited to play with that. The eyeliner, though, is new. The one from Danessa Myricks launched. So this is the Danessa Myricks line work, and this is my first time wearing it, but it was very easy, very effortless. I do love how slim this packaging is. It feels really nice, and the formula seems really good. It is a brush tip applicator, but it has a good give to it, which is nice. So when I first received it, just sort of swatched it on the back of my hand to see what it looked like, how black it was, if it was gonna bleed into the lines on my hand and things like that. And then went about my day and didn't really think much about it until I was giving the girls a bath, and I finished their bath and it was still right there on my hand. So sudsy water, washing 2-3-year-olds' hair, all of that, and then dishes that night, and it was still on my hand. I was very impressed. So I am interested to see how this wears throughout the course of the day, but I have really, really high hopes for this because it was very easy to use, and I like the way that my little bitty wings look. And then the last 3 items that I picked up are all lip products. I know, I'm now at my limit for lip products in my low buy category, but you know, it's just what we're doing. So I picked one up from Rose Inc., from NARS, and from Haus Labs, and I'm really excited about it. So the one from Rose Inc. is the one that I'm wearing today. It is in the shade Persuasive. I was just curious to try more from the brand, and I love a good lipstick. So this is what the bullet looks like. It has a really kind of interesting shape to it, and I think the color is really, really nice. So this is what it looks like just sort of swatched on my hand. This is what it looks like on my lips, blurred out just a little bit. I really like the packaging. I think this is just so interesting, and I quite like it. It's got a magnetic closure, and if you try to put it on like sideways or something, it just fixes itself. I really like it. Good packaging. I am definitely a sucker for nice packaging. I've also worn this one already. So this is from Haus Labs. This is one of their Le Monster lip crayons in the shade Maple Matte, which this formula has been out for a while, but during the sale, they released some new shades. And so I wanted to give it a try and pick it up. This is what it looks like in the actual applicator. Real pretty. I think the color is actually really quite nice. I liked the name, Matte Maple. So that is what it looks like right there. It's kind of a warm, kind of burnt brown sort of shade, which is definitely my jam. So I enjoyed this when I wore it yesterday. And then the last one that I picked up was from NARS. NARS knows their products, man. So this is one of the new Afterglow Sensual Shine lipsticks. I picked up the shade Idolized. It definitely is an Ashley color for sure. Look at this packaging. So pretty, but again, it is the kind that is just gonna get nothing but fingerprints all over it, drive me crazy. But it is one of the sort of slimmer type of bullets. And I'm really excited. I love a good shiny lipstick. Ooh, that's pretty. There it goes. That's the one on the end there. That's real pretty. I like that. I kind of wish that I had worn it, but I thought that the pink of the rose ink would go better with this look. I stand behind that decision, but I just literally want to apply everything to my face all the time. And that just doesn't work. So all in all, I am very excited about everything that I purchased, and of the couple of things that I have used already, I have been very happy with them, and I am looking forward to trying them on with you, so make sure to look for that. If you have enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing before you leave. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.